All right, folks, so get this right. There's this AI, Manus, coming out of China, and everybody's calling it revolutionary. A second DeepSeek moment, they're saying, turning thoughts into actions, like a digital genie or something. But honestly, haven't we heard this all before? Like, remember that whole chatbot thing? One was going to write the next great novel. Yeah, my cat could probably write something better. But okay, maybe this time it's different. Maybe Manus is the real deal. So let's break this thing down and see if there's anything actually there. Like, what even is Manus? Basically, it's an AI that works on its own in the cloud and is supposed to do all these tasks for you from beginning to end. Book a trip, analyze reports, even design a presentation. Like all that stuff you wish you could just hand off to someone, Manus is supposed to do it. No problem. That sounds pretty good, right? But before we all just throw our to-do lists at it, let's dig a little deeper here. One thing that's supposed to make Manus different is that it can learn and adapt. So it's not just programmed with a set list of instructions. It's got this like digital brain that can change over time, which means it can supposedly do stuff beyond its initial programming, making it super versatile in theory. Like one article I read mentioned Manus being used to create visuals from really complex data sets, something that would normally take a whole team of analysts. Now, whether those visuals are actually useful or just, pretty pictures is another question. I guess even AI can have a sense of style, right? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And get this, Manus is coming out of China, not Silicon Valley, which is a pretty big deal because it shows how much China is becoming a leader in the global AI race. Remember that second DeepSeek moment I mentioned earlier? Well, DeepSeek was this Chinese AI that made headlines a while back because it beat a human champion at Go. It was a really big moment for AI development, and it showed that China was serious about AI. And now Manus is being called the next DeepSeek, which could mean that China isn't just catching up, but maybe even overtaking the West in AI innovation. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? We got to separate the hype from reality. So let's get into the nitty-gritty details and see what's actually going on under the hood. From what I've been able to gather, Manus is built on this new kind of neural network architecture. Now, for those of you who aren't tech geniuses, a neural network is basically a computer system that's modeled after the human brain. It's got all these layers of connected nodes that process information and learn from data. And what supposedly makes Manus's architecture different is that it's more brain-like than previous models. It's got multiple layers that let it do more complex processing, and it can learn and adapt in a more dynamic way. Think of it this way. Traditional AI is like a calculator. It can crunch numbers and follow instructions, but it doesn't really get what it's doing. But Manus, on the other hand, is more like a student. It can learn from its mistakes. It can generalize from examples, and it can even come up with new ideas. Now, whether this digital brain actually lives up to the hype, well, that's still to be seen. But the developers are making some pretty big claims. They're saying that Manus can understand the context and nuances of human language, that it can reason and problem solve like a human, and that it can even create creative content. Honestly, I'm a little skeptical. We've heard these kinds of promises before, and they don't always work out. But hey, I'm always open to being surprised if Manus can actually do what they say it can. It could be a real game changer. So let's move on to the applications. Like, where is Manus actually being used, and how's it doing in the real world? One area where Manus is making a splash is in real estate. Apparently, it can analyze your preferences like budget, location, amenities, and then find properties that match what you're looking for. No more scrolling through endless listings. No more dealing with pushy real estate agents. Manus promises to make finding your dream home as easy as ordering a pizza. Sounds pretty awesome, right?
Sure.
But I can't help but wonder, is this really the best way to find a place to live? Are we losing something important by letting an algorithm make such a personal decision? Let me know what you think in the comments. Manus is also being used in healthcare, where it's helping with stuff like diagnosing diseases and automating medical documentation. Imagine a world where doctors don't have to deal with paperwork and can spend more time with their patients. Sounds pretty ideal, right? But then again, are we really ready to trust an AI with our health? What happens when the diagnosis is wrong or the treatment plan is messed up? These are questions we got to think about as AI becomes more and more part of our lives. And then there's e-commerce, where Manus is being used to streamline operations, improve customer service, and personalize shopping experience.
More efficient shopping, fewer customer service headaches. It's a win-win, right? But what about the human touch? Will we will we miss interacting with real people, or will we be happy to just let AI handle everything? So as you can see, Manus has the potential to really shake things up in a bunch of different industries. But whether that disruption is ultimately good or bad, well, that remains to be seen. But with all this talk about efficiency and innovation, we can't forget about the potential downsides of AI, because let's be real, no technology is perfect, right? And Manus is no different. One of the biggest worries, of course, is jobs. If AI can do all the stuff that humans used to do, what happens to those people? Will they be able to learn new jobs? Will there even be new jobs for them? Some people say that AI will create new opportunities, but I don't know. I can easily imagine a future where just a few people control the AI, and everyone else is left fighting over whatever's left.
Maybe I'm being a bit too negative, but it's something that
Mm-hmm.
worries me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And then there's the whole ethics thing. Like, can we really trust AI to make decisions that affect our lives? What about bias? Like, algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on, and we all know that data can be biased. Imagine an AI system that's learnt from data that's full of existing prejudices. It could end up just making those biases worse, and that could lead to some really unfair or even harmful outcomes. It's a pretty scary thought, and it's something we need to really think about. But let's not get too bogged down in all the negativity. After all, we're here to talk about Manus and whether it's all it's cracked up to be. So let's shift gears a bit and look at how it compares to the competition. We've got these huge companies like OpenAI and DeepMind who are always pushing the limits of what AI can do.
So where does Manus fit in all of this? Is it really something new, or is it just trying to catch up?
Well, one thing that makes Manus stand out is its focus on completing tasks from start to finish. Unlike some other AI systems, which are built for specific things like playing games or running text, Manus is supposed to be able to handle a wider range of tasks, from beginning to end. This means it could be used for more complex and nuanced applications. Another big difference is Manus's emphasis on adaptability. Its digital brain is designed to learn and change over time, which means it can handle stuff that goes beyond its initial programming. This makes it potentially more versatile than AI systems that are limited to just a few things. Now, whether these features are enough to make Manus a real contender, well, that remains to be seen. The AI world is always changing, and what's amazing today could be outdated tomorrow. But one thing's for sure.
Manus shows that the AI race is really heating up, and China is a major player. But enough about the competition. Let's get back to Manus itself. Like, what makes it work? What's the secret sauce that supposedly makes it do all this amazing stuff? Well, as I mentioned before, Manus is built on this new kind of neural network architecture. But what does that even mean? Let's dive into the technical stuff and see if we can make sense of it all. At its core, Manus's neural network is based on the idea of a transformer. Now, a transformer is a type of neural network that's really good at processing sequential data like text or time series. It works by using something called attention, which lets it focus on the most important parts of the input data. It's kind of like reading a book. You don't pay attention to every single word on the page. You focus on the key sentences and paragraphs that really tell you what's going on.
That's kind of what a transformer does with data. It learns to find the most important parts and use them to make predictions or create output. Now, what makes Manus's transformer special is that it's been scaled up to a size we've never seen before. It has like billions of parameters, which are basically the little knobs that control how the network processes information. And this huge scale lets Manus learn more complex patterns and handle more difficult tasks. On top of his transformer architecture, Manus also uses other cutting-edge techniques like reinforcement learning and generative adversarial networks, or GANs. Reinforcement learning is where an AI agent learns by trying things out and getting rewards for doing well and penalties for messing up. And GANs are a type of neural network that are used to create synthetic data like images or text. By putting all these techniques together, Manus's developers have made an AI system that can learn and adapt in a way that we couldn't even imagine before.
It's really amazing what human engineers can do with modern computers. But with all this complexity comes a certain lack of transparency. It's getting harder and harder to understand how these AI systems work, even for the people who created them. And this brings up some important questions about transparency and accountability. Like how can we trust an AI system if we don't know how it makes decisions? How can we hold it accountable for what it does? These are questions that we'll need to deal with as AI becomes more powerful and more common. But for now, let's just appreciate how incredible Manus is and all the potential it has. Who knows what amazing things this AI will be able to do in the future.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot. We've looked at the technical details of Manus, its possible uses, its ethical implications, and how it compares to other AI systems. But there's one more thing we need to think about, the human element.
Because AI isn't just about algorithms and data. It's about how we use these tools to make ourselves better and create a better world. So let's sit back for a second and think about the human side of things. How will Manus change our lives, our work, our relationships? Will it make us more productive, more creative, more connected, or will it make us more isolated, more dependent, more vulnerable? These are questions that we can't really answer for sure. The future is always uncertain, especially when it comes to technology. But we can guess, we can imagine, we can dream. So let's do a little bit of futurology. Let's imagine a world where Manus is just a normal part of our lives. What would that world look like? Maybe we'd all have personal Manus assistants that help us with our everyday stuff, like scheduling appointments or managing our money. Maybe we'd have Manus powered robots that take care of our homes and our families.
Or maybe we would have Manus enhanced virtual reality experiences that let us explore new worlds and connect with people from all over the place. The possibilities are endless, and it's both exciting and a little bit scary to think about. But one thing's for sure, Manus is a powerful tool, and it's up to us to decide how we use it. We can use it to create a better future, or we can let it control us. The choice is ours.
Okay, so we've gone through like the whole Manus thing, the good, the bad, and even like what it could mean for the future. But before we finish up, I want to leave you with something to think about. We've been talking about Manus as this like revolutionary AI, this game changer, right? And yeah, the tech is impressive. The possibilities are huge, but there's a bigger question here, a question that goes beyond code and processing power.
What does it even mean to be human in a time when AI is getting so good at so many things? Are we just like biological algorithms waiting to be replaced by our silicon buddies, or is there something more, something special about being human that a machine can't copy? Now, I don't have the answers here. These are the kinds of questions that philosophers have been arguing about for ages, and they're only going to get more important as AI keeps developing. But I do think it's important for us to be talking about this stuff, to be wrestling with these big questions, because the future of AI isn't just about technology. It's about us, about humanity. It's about what kind of world we want to live in, what kind of society we want to build. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Manus, I want you to keep thinking, keep questioning, keep exploring. Don't just buy into the hype or dismiss the potential.
Really engage with these ideas, share your thoughts, and be a part of shaping the future of AI. Thank you very much for listening. Leave a like and subscribe. Until next time.